Good morning, welcome to day 4 of my July vlogs, and happy 4th of July to all my American friends. And Canada? Do you celebrate 4th of July in Canada? I'm not sure. If you do, happy 4th of July. My little boo's down here. Oh, I had such a horrible dream last night. I dreamt that Mabel was kidnapped and it was so sad. Anyway, I did find her in my dream, but she was wet, like literally, like the water was dripping off her and it wasn't coming from anywhere, so I couldn't understand why she was still dripping with water. It was so weird. Dreams are so bizarre, aren't they? Anyway, it left me with a really horrible empty heart feeling. And this morning Pete took Mabel for a walk for me, which was really nice. He generally does it once in the week for me. He does it most weekends, and he'll do one day in the week as well, which is really nice because it's just a bit of a different routine in the morning. Anyway, so when I came downstairs for breakfast, Mabel was out in the garden, and I was like, well, I didn't know she was out in the garden. I came to find her here in the sitting room. She wasn't here, and my heart was just like, oh my God, was it true? And anyway, I called her and she came zooming in, so excited to see me, like she hadn't seen me for a week. Oh, I just love that about dogs, that you could just be outside for like 10 minutes and you come back in. It's like they haven't seen you for so long and they're so happy to see you. You're such a cutie, aren't you? Oh, it was so lovely. So yeah, I feel a bit better now, but dreams do really affect how you feel, don't they? So today my plan is drink my coffee. Do you like how it matches my t-shirt? Also, please excuse my greys. They will be covered up next week, hopefully. Yeah, so my plan is today I'm meeting a friend for coffee. We're going to a little garden centre, which is only about 10 minutes away from us. She's picking me up actually because she's coming past my house, which is really nice. She's been going through, or is going through, such an awful ordeal at the moment. And she's so dignified and brave and strong. And yeah, I just want to spend some time with her. So that's my morning. She's picking me up about 11. And I'm going to take some supplies and help her start knitting socks. I think she said about it, and I think that's a really good distraction because that helped me in difficult times. So that's my morning. Oh, and also while I'm at the garden centre, I'd like to buy a few more herbs for my new herb planter, which I haven't even shown you yet, but hopefully tomorrow I will be planting it up. I have to say, I don't get so much done in my days when I'm vlogging. Goodness me, I feel like I get about half the amount done in my days now, which is bad. But vlogging is quite fun. It's very fun actually, and I just love your comments. So, what else am I doing today? Oh, the quilt. Hang on a second. My little boo is waiting down here. She's hoping she's going to have my empty coffee cup to lick. She loves doing that. The quilt, yeah, I had a bit of a disaster. I was busy quilting away, as you'd have seen in yesterday's vlog. And when George came in, and so I stopped for a little while because he wanted to chat because he's had a bad day at work. And I looked at my quilt and I was so unhappy with it. It just was a bit puckered at the back. It just didn't look very nice. So I decided to unpick the whole lot that I did yesterday, which took quite a while. And I've re-sandwiched it together. I think the problem I had is because I'd done the sandwiching a while ago, like maybe 10 days ago, and I'd folded it up, and I think it distorted the fabrics. And so it just wasn't laying very nicely. So oh, I was very disappointed about that. But hey, worse things happen at sea, don't they? So I've unpicked that. So I'm literally back to square one with that. It's sandwiched. I'm ready to go again. So I'm hoping that will happen this afternoon. Also, the boys have requested cottage pie for tea. I do like cottage pie, but one, we had minced beef yesterday. 2, it's very meaty again. And 3, it actually takes quite a while and I really can't be bothered. But I will, because I'm a nice wifey and mother. And I guess we'll have that with some cabbage or something, which I've got in the fridge. I have all the ingredients for it because it was kind of planned, but I was hoping to maybe have some fish and chips instead. But no, I'm cooking. That's fine. So I wanted to answer some questions, but before I do that, I thought I would show you. Oh, I'm sorry, darling. Am I taking too long with my coffee? Won't be long, Papa. I thought I'd show you the posy that I picked yesterday and show you some of the flowers in here. I don't think I know all the names, but I'll give it my go. Give it my best shot, rather. So this is, let me get it focused. So these are peonies. I don't know the name of them. This beautiful little thing here, this one, is a Astrantia. So pretty. It comes out really kind of floofy. This is a salvia called Love and Wishes, and this was my new one I bought recently. I think I might have shown it on my stories. This is a type of salvia, I think. This really sweet little one here, that's oregano flowers. And what else have I got in here? And this pretty little dainty thing. Oh, it's never going to focus on that, is it? It's focused. So this little one here, that is a geranium or pelargonium. So yeah, that's my little posy. So I wanted to share the names of those. Okay, so on to some questions. I feel like I'm on the telly. It's really weird. So Mel asked this was from yesterday's vlog, I think. Mel asked, what is the temperature and is it humid? At the moment, it's about 20 degrees Celsius. It varies a little bit, but that's kind of what it was yesterday. Today is going to get a little bit hotter, 22. Is it humid? It's not humid at the moment, which is blissful. I can't bear it when it gets humid. And actually, when I looked on my phone, it looks like we're in for a nice few days. So kind of about the same weather, which is lovely. Celeste, oh, hang on. Mel asked another question. Did I make the granola I showed in day 1, I think? Yes, I did make the granola. And it's a recipe from Deliciously Ella's very first book. I think it was just called Deliciously Ella, and it's pecan and cinnamon granola. And she asked if I'd show how I make it, and yes, I probably will. I don't have granola that often because I love overnight oats, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get through it all on time, but it is my mum's favourite, so maybe I'll make it for her. So yes, I will try and make some granola and show you. Ruby Lou, cute name, asked, do I live on the coast or in the countryside? I live about 45 minutes drive from the seaside, and it's pretty countrysidey where I live, although I live on the outskirts of a small town, but it's quite a quiet town really in the whole scheme of things. And yeah, I would say we're in the countryside really. Lily asked me if I'd share the music credits, and I really should have done that already. It should be, I think it should be in the down bar below this video. I think I should have done that, so I will try and remember to do that in today's video. Elena asked about my iron infusion because she remembered me having a slight reaction. And has it helped, basically? Yeah, I had this iron infusion just before Christmas. I think it was just a few days or a week before Christmas last year. I'd been feeling really, really tired, and just not myself at all. And I was just trying really anything to help myself feel a bit better. So I decided to have an iron infusion, and the first, I think it was either the first or the second day, I felt quite ill. Have you seen Daddy? Yeah, I did feel quite ill. There's Pete, trying to hide from the camera again. But it was only, I think I just felt really sick, and it didn't last very long, probably just 12 hours or something. Did it help? It definitely helped, but being low in iron, I think I can't even remember the figures, but mine was just almost non-existent. But it wasn't my only problem. I was also non-existent basically in vitamin D, which amazes me because I go out a lot. And also I was deficient in progesterone. And all of those three things were rock bottom. So I also, at the same time, I had a course of vitamin D high dose, and I've been using progesterone cream ever since, and I've been upping my my amounts of it, and I use it morning and night. I guess that is that hormone replacement therapy. I guess it is actually. So I'm still using the progesterone, and although I always seem to have been one of those people who always seems to have some ongoing health issues. Nothing serious. I've had some scares, but nothing serious. Just not quite feeling wonderful. So it was hard to know if the iron infusion itself helped. I'm sure it must have done because I had other things going on at the same time. It was hard to tell. So I think a lot of my exhaustion and mental health struggles comes down to my anxiety and how I deal with things, because invariably everybody has stresses in their lives, and I guess I don't cope with those stresses very well, and that really affects me, and I think it must affect my health, and it certainly affects my mental health and definitely my anxiety levels. But I am feeling, compared to just before Christmas when I started kind of looking into all this, I feel so much better. And as you know, I've changed my diet a lot, and one thing I really do wish, I could lose some weight. My weight just won't budge. And I really think, unless I get up in the night and eat in my sleep, I really don't think I eat a huge amount of food, or even the wrong food most of the time. I have naughty things, like today I'm going to have a piece of cake and a nice cup of coffee, but I don't do that on a regular basis. And I get very frustrated with my weight because I don't think it's fair. We used to have a programme here in the UK, I think it was called Secret Eaters, and people would kind of go on this programme and say, I don't understand why I'm so big. I really don't eat that much. And I feel like that. And so this TV company would set up cameras in this person's house and kind of spy on them, and they'd be out like sneaking McDonald's and bringing home cream cakes and stuff. Or there was this instance where I think it was a guy used to get up in the night and eat in his sleep. And so I'm thinking, do I do that? But there's no food missing in the morning, so I don't know. I'm guessing one day it'll all fall off and I'll look so gorgeous. But anyway, I wasn't going to share this on here because I hope it's not controversial, but I am seriously looking into getting a breast reduction because I think that would help me feel better about myself. My boobs are ginormous. They are. They're just so cumbersome and they give me lots of back pain. And so I think that's what I'm going to do. And I think it would help me look less wide. I'm not actually doing it so much for the aesthetic. I am doing it mostly to reduce my upper back and neck pain. And also I've noticed I've got a bit of a humpy back, which I really don't like, and I don't want that to get worse. So yeah, I've been seriously looking into that at the moment. So watch this space. Please don't judge me, and please don't leave any mean comments. Anyway, I should get back to some questions. Okay, so Jeanette asked about the shawl in my introduction. Oh, let me drink my coffee, so maybe we're going to have my cup. It's so nice, Boo. I don't want to rush it. She's sitting so patiently. There is a really annoying fly in here, like zooming around like it's come out of a rocket. I think it's gone. Do you want my cup? Oh, you're so cute. There you go, darling. It is decaf, if anyone's wondering. Anyway, so this is the shawl in my little video at the beginning of my vlogs. And this is Andrea Mowry's Find Your Fade shawl. So pretty. I really love this. And the colours are just... It's just like that rose combination and rose and poppy combination I showed you the other day in my vlog. Yeah, I just love these colours so much. I have listed all of these colours in my on my Ravelry project page for this shawl, because you must know me by now. I don't remember many things. I do know this is vintage gold. Most of these yarns are dandelion and dogwood by the gorgeous Amy and Jen. Two of them, is that one? Let me just double check that. Yes, I think it was this one here. Oops, might help if I actually hold it up to the camera. Kind of peachy and purpley is Knox yarn, and also the one I'm putting at the end, or I think I'm putting at the end. How pretty is that? That's a Knox yarn. But all the names, I thought I remembered that one then. All the names of the yarns are on my Ravelry project page. Okay, it's huge this. Oh, it's going to be so gorgeous. I'm just going to try it on. Oh, how pretty is that going to be? Can you see? Oh, yeah, you can. Oh, that is going to be so gorgeous. Got my hair down today. I don't really like having my hair down. I don't really like the feel of it on my neck. And since actually another issue I had before I had the iron infusion, let's go back up again, was my hair falling out really badly. And it hasn't really stopped. And so my hair, I feel like I haven't got enough hair on my head at the moment. It's really, feels really close to my scalp. And I always used to have really thick hair, but not anymore. So I'm really hoping that it comes back. I kind of do a coconut oil mask once a week. I just smear coconut oil all over my head, on my hair rather. I put a towel on my pillow and I go to bed and just let it soak in. And then in the morning when I have a shower, it's really silky and glossy. So I try and do that every week, which helps. I do go off on tangents a lot, don't I? Anyway, so that's my Find Your Fade. Who was that? That was Jeanette. So Jeanette, I hope that helped. And also, if you look at my last podcast, not the vlogs, but the last podcast, I showed this in much more detail and chatted more about it. So that's that. Also, Hazel asked me how I store my hand knits, so I'll do a separate little bit on that another day. And Maria asked if I do a craft room tour, and yep, I'll try and do that another day as well. Julia asked about the quilt in my intro. I'll try and show that tomorrow. I have a lot to remember. I just thought of something else I wanted to add then. Maybe that's it. And I've also got other questions that I've written down and things that I want to chat about. Mary asked about could I show the ways that I try and go plastic free within the kitchen, and yes, I've planned to do that and I have lots to share with you. Not sure when that's going to be though. My lovely friend Teresa, hi Teresa, she asked about my Smitten Quilt, and that's another project that that you'll see in the intro to these videos. It's English paper piecing and it's all Liberty, so I'm going to share that as well another day. I think somebody, I can't remember who it was, but on day one somebody really sweetly said they loved my hairstyle and how did I do it, how did I style my hair, which is so kind of you, because I always feel my hair is not my crowning glory anymore. So I will try and do a little video of how I put my hair up. It's absolutely not complicated at all. It's like 2 minutes, no, it's like 30 seconds and it's done. I was also asked, and I'm so sorry, I can't remember who asked this. Some gorgeous lady asked if I would maybe do a tutorial for how I make my hand balms, and yeah, I was hoping to do that. That flies back. I was really hoping to do that anyway. It's quite time consuming to do tutorials, but I will try my very best to do that for you, because I would just like to, as a little thank you for watching my vlogs. So I think that's about it for a chat this morning. What's the time, I wonder? I don't even know what the time is. It must be about 10ish. So I might go and do a bit on the quilt. We'll see. Anyway, I'll chat later. I'll take you along with me to the garden centre and I'll have coffee. Yeah, so I'll see you later. Bye. too. And show you a view. Oh, there's a gorgeous view there. Went out with my friend this morning and it was really lovely. We had a lovely time together. We had coffee. Oh, you'd have seen that. We had coffee and cake, and then we had a look at the plants. I bought a few more herbs to bring home, and I came home pretty hot because it's hot out there today. It's gone up. My phone says it's about 23 degrees Celsius, but I feel like it might be a bit more than that now. So I came home and pulled up my socks and thought, I'm just going to get this cottage pie done. So I've made a cottage pie and I've even put some cheese on the top. So that's ready for tonight. I've cleared up. Well, I've kind of cleared up. I've washed up. I just need to dry up. But what I wanted to show you was this. Instead of doing my water infuser this morning, last night before I went to bed, I put one of these, which is a Tea Pig's cold brew lychee and rose tea, into my, what's that called? It's called something. Let's call it an infusing bottle. So you can put cold brew tea in here and just fill it up with water and put it in the fridge, and the next day you have gorgeous flavoured cold tea. Oh, I don't think I can take that off with one hand. But it has, if you put loose tea, it has like a little filter under here. But this is just a tea bag, and it's so yummy. And it's so cool. It's just what I need today. So it's rose and lychee. We also do, I think it's cucumber and mint. They sent me a sample, so I may try that one tomorrow. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. Also, excuse me, I also wanted to say thank you for all your well wishes for Mum. She's absolutely fine now. She's feeling a lot better, and my nice rubber gloves. Yeah, she's feeling a lot better. I think it's really nice for her to get the plaster off and I get some air around it. Look at that cute plant. It's such a pretty colour. Let's see if I can find the name. Has it got a name? Oh, there we go. Calicia. It's so lovely, and it's really doing well actually. I might show you my houseplants another day, but I love this one because it's kind of pinky purple. I feel like there was something else I was going to say. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I remember what it is now. Hazel asked if we have a Quoker, I think that's how you say it, which is a brand of boiling water tap. This is actually an insinkerator. I don't even know if you'll be able to read the writing. No, you can't read it. But it's called an insinkerator, and I think we looked into the Quoker ones when we did the kitchen, which about 5 years ago now, which I can't believe. But they didn't have a combined one at the time with boiling water and cold filtered water. And I really wanted that because I wanted to get rid of the kettle off the side and the water filter. And this does both. And it's brilliant. So one side's boiling water. Well, I think it's not quite boiling. I think it's like something maybe 98 degrees, which not far off, and it's perfect for tea and stuff. And also if I'm cooking pasta, I can fill up the pan with it, or yeah, anything you want boiling water for is brilliant. And then we have filtered cold water on tap. It's not chilled, but that's fine. I don't really like completely cold water, like freezing cold water. So yeah, we've loved it. We've had, in the first couple of years, we had, I don't even know what went wrong with it, but something went wrong where it kept dripping, which obviously for a boiling water tap is not good. And they just came out and fixed it under warranty, and it's been fine ever since. So it has a big thumbs up from me because it clears a load of clutter off the worktops. Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do this drying up while I'm still in the kitchen.
don't really want to, but I will. It's best to clean up as you go along, I think. This, while I'm here, is my very last washing up sponge that contains plastic. I've been using up what I have because you can't just throw stuff away. But I am in the process of making some. I've made one dishcloth, knitted one, which it's a bit too loose a gauge, so I don't think it's going to be brilliant. So I need to have a tinker about, but I'm not going to be buying any more of these plastic filled washing up sponges because I didn't realise, but they actually release microplastics into your water. You take the plug out and all those microplastics just go into the water system, which is so bad. Ends up in the sea, in the rivers, our fish eat it, we eat the fish. It's just bad. So they are going, and I'll share a bit more about things I'm doing in the kitchen to reduce my plastic use another day, but I just wanted to share about that. So I'm really glad it's the last one. I'm going to use it till it dies. I've also got one last plastic scourer. I'll show you. My last one of these as well. I'll never be using these again. And I've found like a coconut scourer. So I'm going to again use this till it completely dies, get rid of it, and I'll never ever have these in my house again. So I am trying to do my bit. Right, so I am off to do a bit of editing, and then I'm going to do exactly what my card said this morning, and I'm going to take some time for myself. And it said meditate, but I'm going to do some knitting because that's kind of like meditation for me. That's a really rubbish view, isn't it? A really rubbish view. Do you want to see my... Oh, let's look up there instead. There's my nice plants. And the windows. Look how blue the sky is. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll see you a bit later. Bye. Planted some Cerinthy, and I've had these before but literally had forgotten how much I love them until I saw Gaynor on Tales from Cuckoo Land, and she had some, and they're so beautiful. They're obviously not very beautiful now, but they will be lovely. And I'm gonna show you these beautiful roses. This was a rose. It's a David Austin rose. I can't tell you what it's called, of course, but it was a gift from my lovely friend who lives in Australia now. Anyway, I am going to go in and I'm going to finish editing today's vlog, and then I think I'm going to do some knitting.